Hey there, welcome. Today I want to talk a little bit about desires, or more specifically in relationships, our sexual desires. Now, some of the most important work that we can do as adults is the work of understanding our internal process. And that internal process is made up of many different parts and components. And what I see most often is that many of us live only in parts of those parts, the parts that we're most comfortable with or that we feel adequate in. And maybe those other parts are ignored or stuffed or disowned even. We don't even acknowledge that they're there. And so when it comes to our desires in general, which is one of the components of our internal process, we find that when we're not tapped into those, we aren't feeling completely ourselves or whole. So when I say desires, I'm talking about things that bring us life, that are life-giving, that fuel our passions, that fill our cup. And so when we talk specifically about sexual desires in relationships, they're the things that give our relationship passion and a feeling like we have a full cup when it comes to the relationship. So they're important to tap into. Now, one of the things I realize when I work with couples is that another part of our internal process prevents us from going there, and that's our belief system. So sometimes in the work of understanding our sexual desires, we realize that we have some beliefs that aren't serving us well, some beliefs that we need to go back and deconstruct. So for example, the belief that we shouldn't connect with our sexuality, or the belief that it's dirty, or that it's something we shouldn't talk about, or that it's embarrassing, or that it's even shameful, especially if we've had some negative experiences before around sex or our sexuality or what's been taught to us. Sometimes we have to go back and deconstruct those beliefs and create new beliefs that will allow us to grow. So sometimes those beliefs can be self-limiting and prevent growth. So when we talk about our desires being something that brings us life, brings us energy, fills our cup, that's especially important when tapping into our sexual desires with our partner. And when we talk about a monogamous, committed, and secure and safe relationship, that is the time to explore that very thing. So I want you to think about, if you are in a committed relationship, are you fully tapped into your sexual desires with your partner? And if not, think about what beliefs you might be operating from that are limiting that growth. All right, I'll see you next time. I'm Marcella with Flourish Counseling and Coaching, and I'll see you next week.